Alright guys, so Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest showcase is behind us. There were probably 40 plus games revealed and shown off at this showcase event, but I want to talk about 20 games that I'm excited for. Let's get into it. So this showcase kind of started off with a few like Souls-likes being announced, the first one being mortalshell 2. I was actually really excited watching this trailer. I guess the development team behind this has actually grown to over 30 developers. I think the first game started with 4, and I wasn't really vibing with the first one, but this looks like it's going to be right up my alley. It's a little bit more fast-paced. It obviously looks a little bit more refined and optimized. So I'm excited to check this one out. It's going to be coming out in 2026. Yeah, keep your eye out for this one. It looks really dope. We got a new trailer for Sonic Racing Crossworlds at the Summer Game Fest event, and it looks pretty dope. It even showed off some cool characters. Looks like we're getting like Ichiban from like a dragon, and a few other Sega characters as well. It even talked about the release date being September 25th, 2025, and that the game will have cross play as well. So that sounds really dope. Being able to play with other people on platforms is obviously going to help out the game with multiplayer, and I just hope it like launches really well as far as multiplayer goes too. It looks dope. Big Sonic fan, love Sonic Racing, so this is right up my alley. Believe it or not, we got a trailer for Code Vein 2 announced at the Summer Game Fest event. I didn't even think this was going to be coming out with the sequel. I kind of thought that the first one was a one and done. I'm excited to play this game. I love the like anime aesthetic of the first one with like the vampires and shit like that. The storyline was pretty cool. The abilities were awesome. Definitely makes me want to go back and play the first one. This one's coming out in 2026 as well, so we're gonna have to wait to see any new information on it. But like the first one, I bet we get a demo for it soon. We got a new announcement for a game called End of Abyss. Looks like this game's coming out in 2026, being developed by Section 8. I originally thought it was like a Little Nightmares game, but we already know we're getting Little Nightmares 3. So, but it looks really cool. I like the aesthetic. I like the top-down gameplay. I like that it seems like you're actually shooting the monsters. They do look kind of like just as creepy as the Little Nightmares enemies, so I dig that as well. So this one, like I said, it's coming out in 2026. You're going to want to keep your eye out for this one because it looked really cool. Munfish Games made an appearance at this showcase event, and they actually announced 2 games. The first one being Atomic Heart 2. I really liked Atomic Heart. I loved the art style. It looked incredible, even on like base like consoles and computers. It looked great. And the fact that we're getting a second one, which I actually called the spiritual successor, so I'm interested to see how they're going to play that out. But it looks really cool. Obviously, it looks much bigger. It looks like you're driving vehicles around a little bit more. You're like paragliding, it looked like. Pretty dope. Munfish also announced another game called The Cube, which is set in the Atomic universe. This one is actually an MMORPG. It looks like you're either going onto the cube or the cube is kind of floating in the air, and it's just like you're battling around an area that seems to be connected to it, and it's a cube that has like different parts of different planets on it. Looks really dope. I'm excited. Visually, it looks impressive. I'm really impressed that they were able to make it look so good, but Munfish seems to know what they're doing when it comes to making their games look awesome. So I'm excited to check this one out for sure. 2026 as well. We'll see when it actually comes out. Of course, I couldn't leave out that we got a new trailer for Onimusha Way of the Sword. This game is still pegged to come out in 2026. There wasn't really a whole lot of new information, just that we're going to be getting new information for the game. But honestly, any chance I get to see the game and look at the gameplay, we did see a little bit more of here. I'm up for it. It looks awesome. I think Capcom is going to nail it with this one personally. Huge Onimusha fan, so definitely want to check out this one. Let's watch the trailer. It looks cool. We finally got a new trailer for Chrono Odyssey, the new MMORPG that's supposed to be coming out, with an announcement that there's going to be a playtest for the game taking place June 20th through to the 22nd. So I'm sure signups are probably available right now. It looks really cool. The concept seems interesting about having to like control time to manage the combat. I don't know. It seems really cool. I'm digging the art style. This game's kind of been in development for a while, so I'm glad we're finally getting a chance to get hands on the sticks here. Going to be coming out in 2026 as well, so this is going to be the chance to check it out. The Metroidvania platformer Mio Memories in Orbit made an appearance at the Summer Games Fest, and it definitely impressed. The first trailer for this was interesting, and this one seems to look a little bit better, with an announcement that there's going to be a demo for the game, which is out right now on Steam. Unfortunately, console players, we're going to be missing out here. I'm sure it's going to be also part of the Steam Next Fest, which is supposed to be taking part next week. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the art style. It's very interesting. I think they're going to be doing a great job with this one. Seems like we're getting more games with stop motion art styles, as we did get a trailer for this game called Out of Words, which is, like I said, a stop motion art style platformer puzzle game. Looks like it's co-op. You're going to be playing one other player, and this game looks really cool. It's just, I'm loving that we're seeing games kind of like step out of the norm as far as visuals and gameplay and stuff like that, and this game really looks like it's going to hit that spot. No official release date on this one, but it looks like it's coming out in 2026. I'm sure a lot of these games are coming out in 2026, but it looks pretty cool, honestly. Obviously, something that I popped off for was the trailer for Lies of P Overture DLC. I thought that the DLC was just going to get a release date, but it looks like it's out right now. So you can get back into the game, check out the DLC. It's something that people have been waiting for a little bit here. Fractured Blooms was announced at Summer Games Fest. This game's being developed by Serenity Forge. This game is kind of like a time loop live sim game. You're tending to your garden and your house and stuff like that. Honestly, when they announced the game, they kind of said it was like a mix between Doki Doki Literature Club and Silent Hill. So that instantly intrigued me. I'm not a Doki Doki Literature Club fan, but I am a Silent Hill fan, so I want to see how those two blend together to make something interesting. No official release date on this one yet, but honestly, I can wait. It looks pretty cool, so let them cook on it. We did get another trailer for Dying Light the Beast at Summer Games Fest, and it looks pretty cool. Honestly, it looks like Techland's really stepping it up with this one. This one looks like it's going to be coming out August 22nd, 2025, so we do got a release date. I want to see what Kyle Crane can do. It looks more like a Doom game, honestly. He's really squashing those zombies like they're bugs, but it is supposed to be like he's got powers and crap because he's like been worked on over the years. So I'm excited to get into Dying Light. I actually really enjoy that series, so another opportunity to play a game in that world, I'm up for it. We got another trailer for Mixtape at this event, and honestly, this game just continues to impress. You wouldn't think that I would like games that are kind of like vibey. Like, this game's more of a chill vibe. It looks like you're doing obviously like mini games in here. It's about kids that are on like their last night of high school and they're just going on this adventure. But I'm really digging it. I mean, Annapurna really likes to publish some really interesting games, and this one's super fucking interesting. Definitely gonna take you back to the 90s here. I like it. It's not going to get a release date yet, but it looks like it's supposed to be coming out in 2025, so I'm sure we'll hear something later down the road. Yeah, keep an eye out for this one, guys. This one's going to be kind of cool. Dude, if you're a Sifu fan, this game, Axe of Blood, was announced at Summer Games Fest, and I think it's going to be for you. I originally thought it was like a Sifu sequel, but it's definitely not. It's a little bit more like grittier, gorier. This guy's using guns in this game. No release date for it. It's going to be coming out in 2026, but it looks sick. I mean, honestly, I'm all here for it. I dig the art style. I dig that it's kind of like a darker environment. Yeah, man, I saw this and I was like, holy crap, the combat in this game looks pretty badass. Definitely can't wait to play it when it comes out. So if you like really gross horror games, this game Ill was announced at Summer Games Fest, and this game looks insane. It's a game that's being developed in Unreal 5, and you can tell purely off the visuals here in the trailer. The gameplay looks crazy, like shooting the monsters and like shooting their arms off and shit. Looks like something that only a company like Capcom can do, and this is not Capcom at all. This is actually being developed by Clout Games, so it's obviously a somewhat smaller developer and publisher. No release date on it, but honestly, I can wait. Let them cook on this one. I like the really gory horror games, and this one looks like it's going to hit that spot. We finally got an announcement for the long time rumored Wutang gang, Wutang Rise of the Deceiver. This game looks sick. Honestly, I'm digging the art style. It looked like there was a little bit of gameplay here. I didn't think this game was ever going to come out. This game's been rumored for a while now, and we finally got it, and it looks pretty sick. Yet another game with no release date, but honestly, like I said on some other games here, let them cook on this one. This game looks badass. For all my Cuphead fans, this game Into the Unwell was announced. It's not the same developer, but the art style is pretty close. It's got a silly cartoony art style. It's actually like a roguelike game. It's a third-person roguelike game. It looks cool. I first saw the trailer and I was like, this is weird, but I want to keep watching. And then it kept going and I was like, oh yeah, this game looks like it's going to be sick. So no release date on it, but I'm really digging the vibe. It's got kind of a similar concept. You're like a character who seems like they're making a deal with like this devil style character, and then you're going through these different areas. So looks pretty cool. Hopefully it comes out soon. We need these games to come out. So at last year's Game Awards, RGG Studio came through and announced a game called Project Century. We finally got the official name for the game. It's called Stranger Than Heaven. No release date on it, but from the trailer here, it looks like they're pretty far along. And I gotta say, RGG Studio, I think, does a pretty good job with like their turnarounds on their games. I mean, we get games that are announced and literally come out like 6 months later. So I'm confident that we might have to wait like a year, maybe 2 on this one, but I don't think we're gonna have to wait forever. It looks pretty dope. Dig in the gameplay. It's an interesting concept. You gotta watch the trailer to really understand it. And obviously, Resident Evil fans didn't leave here disappointed, as we finally got the announcement for the next Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Requiem or 9, I'm not sure, but it did come with a release date of February 27, 2026, which is like, holy shit, that's pretty confident here. It looks pretty crazy. It looks like we're going back to Raccoon City after like the nuke drops, if you know anything about the lore of the game. Looks pretty dope, honestly. I didn't think that we were going to get anything kind of back in Raccoon City as far as like modern. It seems like we've seen Raccoon City in different iterations in like the movies, but the games themselves haven't really made their way back there in like the more recent ones like Resident Evil 8. And I'm excited to see what they do here. And yeah, guys, that's everything that was announced that I'm excited about. I think there were like 40 plus games that were announced overall. I'll put a link to the showcase down below. It's about 2 hours though, so definitely get your seats ready. It was an okay showcase, but I'm hoping that with this showcase being, I don't want to say mid, but I'm gonna say mid here. That when we get like Gamescom later this year, that's really where they're gonna pop off. And then at the Game Awards, even after that, there's plenty of opportunities for us to see some cool games. But we didn't miss out. I mean, we got Resident Evil, we got Lies of P DLC out now, we got to see some more Mixtape, so I think it was overall a win for gamers. But let me know what you guys think. Peace.